Have you been enjoying Destiny Rising as much as I have? Have you been wanting to play with the unique play styles of different characters but in D2? No? Well, too bad. Here's my Kabr build so that you can be the most annoying on the battlefield. Now first off, we'll start with the most important part, the fashion. Kabr has a pretty unique fashion. His chest piece has sort of like a tabard thing going down one side, as well as a long cape that kind of drips down one leg. The two pieces I found that matched that the most were the Promised Reunion plate from Salvation's Edge Rage and the Fenrir's Brain Mark from Eververse Store. The next unique part of his armor were his boots. They look pretty basic as far as Destiny cosmetics go, but I found ones that looked extremely close, at least for the lower half. Going for the gloves, obviously we had to use the exotic Sight and Rampart because that's kind of what his whole kit is built around, if you haven't noticed. The hardest part to actually match was the helmet because Titans don't have hats in D2. So I kind of looked through everything. There were a few that I thought could match, but honestly I think the Perfectus helm from Season of the Chosen really ties together this unique style quite nicely. And yes, I could have just cheated and used the helmet that's just called Kabr's helmet because it's from the VOG grade, but you know, I know. I kind of wanted to fit in with the theme of Destiny Rising. It was too Vexy looking, alright? Next up, we have the actual build. We're running Tower Barricade for Titan's Ramparts, kind of mandatory. Seismic Strike, since Kabr's entire gimmick is blinding and a Seismic Strike has blinding effect. Flashbang Grenades for even or blinding. 4 aspects. We're running Touch of Thunder, which gives us a second blind on our grenade charge. The Storm's Keep, so that when you're behind your barricade, you get stacks of bolt charge, similar to how it works in Destiny Rising. 4 fragments. I chose every blinding buff that I could. We have Beacons for special and heavy ammo weapons to cause blinding explosions while amplified. Ions for jolted or bolt charge defeats to grant ionic traces, which gives you amplified, which gives you bolt charge, which gets even more blinding. Brilliance. Defeating blinding targets with precision damage creates even more blinding explosions. You see where we're going with this. Frequency for, well, amplified, gain faster stacks of bolt charge. And last but not least, our super. Sadly, we don't have Aegis as an arc super in this game, so I just chose Fist of Havoc because it also blinds, and it's also a roaming super. Although in my opinion, it's a lot weaker than Kabr's. For weapons, Kabr has a pulse rifle and a LMG. I originally chose Corrosion because it could get Volt Shot for the jolts, and Watchful Eye because it could also get jolting feedback. However, I found out that either I suck or the pulse rifle kind of sucks, or I don't know, could be a skill issue. Who's to say? But I ended up going with Horror's Least and enjoying that one a lot more. But any old arc pulse rifle will fit into this build quite nicely. I had to do some thinking if there were any blinding themed things for special weapons. And then I remembered, oh yeah, disorienting grenades were a thing. And I think that quite fit well into this build to round it off nicely. If you have any recommendations for what character I should recreate in Destiny 2, or things you would add to this build, feel free to leave a comment. Without further ado, here's some gameplay highlights.
Zone A. Zone advantage is yours.
What do you think you're doing? Boy! What do you think you're doing, huh? Yeah, what you gonna do, punk? Hey, you, what you gonna do? Yeah? Okay. Playing Destiny in the morning, first thing when you wake up, definitely a very different experience. The matches are a lot sweatier. I'm assuming probably because you don't have like the people that are home from work and everything. There's a lot bigger player base to play from. Another one bites the dust.
What can stop you if you fight together? Nothing.
Another one bites the dust.
So,
When you challenge your
you eat
boss, but
monsters
you
for
don't
breakfast.
succeed.
You can win a battle for 10.
Oh my gosh! Gosh, the people that play in the morning are correct. Mans doesn't even have a score.
You captured zone
One thing that I
C.
noticed is when you have the
zone
barricade up with
advantage.
this build, people are too, like, afraid to push you. Get him!
Zone C left.
Bolt charge helps so much with the effective range follow-off.
What can stop you if you fight together?
Our game broke instantly. The amount of gunfire raining down this hallway right now is obscene.
Tell them to line up.
Oh, should it be provided? No! What? I got 2 punches off. Whoa, they're lagging like crazy. What the heck? They were like stuck in the floor. The one thing that I noticed with all these pulse rifles that I have, at least for the ARC ones, is that they always have so much kick to them. They never just sit stable. Maybe a head seeker wouldn't be so bad on one of these. Oh my gosh! There goes my hero. The amount of solar fucking ignitions is obscene! The solar warlock is literally the meme. Woe be upon me. This is a very interesting scenario. I do have super. But at the same time, I kind of want to just like... Oh, fuck it.
You're winning. Stay strong.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Captain Bob. You saved me. Scary. Sweet, sweet victory. Okay, not bad, not bad. Not bad. 2.12. That's okay. I was originally trying to use Curation for this build with Volt Shot, but one, it has extreme kick. It like is really hard to control on controller. And it also just doesn't have enough magazine. At a 2-round burst, you get a couple shots off for like 1 person, you're already out of ammo. You can't take a second engagement. Cruel Mercy is fine, but I'm not playing on long enough range maps to really make this matter. A lot of my engagements seem to be mid-range, which is where Horror's Least really shines. Also, 69 kills on it. Nice. Nice. I forgot to apply Crucible Tracker this entire time. Take those zones. Push him! Push! Yeah! Okay. Holy sh! These people's turn radius are like instantly snapping around.
Your enemy can't kill if they're dead.
Not entirely sure what happened. I think the Warlock defeated themselves somehow. Maybe their melee does explosion damage. Don't worry, guys. I got this. There's too many. There's too many. There's too many. Get him. Punch. Punch. Yeah. Wait, I think that was the bad guy. Wait, no. You ever just wake up and put on your glasses and like it's like slightly off center and you can feel it pressing against one of your... One of your, like, cheeks, and the other one is not. Like, when you smile. And you're like, ugh. It's not like it's the end of the world, but it is just, like, the slightest annoyance ever that just is like, okay. It just has you fiddling with it every time you die. You're like, nope, I gotta get it perfect. Nope.
Only 5 minutes left. That shut them down. The enemy almost won.
Perfectly balanced as all things should be. To be fair, if you're bum rushing me with a shotgun and it brings you to 1 HP, and I have a chance to punch you before you shotgun me, that's just fair game. Why is this like the dual yard? What is happening? There was like a 5-second delay between me killing them and the game registering it.
Zone B.
Disorienting grenade.
Zone A lost.
How is that 150 damage? What? Oh, so why does it leap you forward? I went straight into the water. Climb it. Climb it. I'm taking you with me, motherfucker. Nice, nice, nice team shots. I'm following this person.
Your enemy has
Zukoto.
Zukoto almost won.
I'm just gonna follow you. Where are we going, Captain? Get back, Captain!
I envy your strength, Titan.
Captain, there's too many! The lag switcher's here! Captain! Captain, we lost! Captain left. Alright, I probably played, what, 5 matches? It definitely felt like a few matches. Now, as for closing thoughts on what I think of this build, I think it's pretty useful. I think it's extremely useful in the size of a PvE environment. For PvP, it's a bit harder to pull off without some good team coordination, but it's definitely funny watching your enemies run away when you drop a Titan's Rampart barricade, or when you blind them with the disorienting grenade launcher and they're running into a wall. Pretty funny stuff, but I think it's definitely a really good PvE option, definitely viable. When you're constantly blinding and exploding everything, nothing really has a chance to attack, and if jams were still a thing, I'm sure this build would cook. Yeah, that's my review for this build. Thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Bye-bye.